let's keep with the embarrassing kind of dialogue going.
Mhm.
Let's talk about maybe one of the most embarrassing outfits that you've ever worn. Maybe you can say, hey, it was for Halloween, or maybe there was just this embarrassing moment where you just decided to wear something embarrassing just because it was Thursday. Who wants to be who wants oh, Brandon? Yeah, Brandon's got it.
He's already got it. I was a nerd, and I was a sports nerd, and I was a sports reporter for several years, about 10 years. But when I was 14 years old, I'm a huge Nebraska Husker fan. And it was 2001, and we lost. We got our teeth kicked in by Miami in the championship game. But leading up to the championship game, we had lost in the Big 12 title game to Colorado. We got we lost the last regular season game to Colorado. We didn't even make it to the title game, the conference game. To get to the national title game as a non-championship playing team in a conference title, we had to have Texas lose, Tennessee win and beat Florida. We had to have Oklahoma lose to Oklahoma State, and I don't even remember the last one. LSU had to beat Tennessee is what it was.
Wow.
So all of these games happened and went in Nebraska's favor. The last one was LSU beating Tennessee. And Matt Mock was their quarterback. Nobody knows who Matt Mock is. Nobody fucking remembers. But you know what? I did. So the next day I wore yellow sweatpants and a white T-shirt with 18 on the front and on the back and M-A-U-C-K, Mock spelled out. Ain't nobody knew who the fuck I was. I was a freshman in high school walking around with some yellow, dirty, dingy-ass jogging pants. Got made fun of up and down, but I didn't even give a shit. Looking back, everybody's always like, Brandon, you remember that time you wore those yellow jogging pants? I do. And I cherish it.
And I cherish.
They're on his wall in his bathroom. He stares at them when he poops. They're that important.
Wow. That is pretty important. So which one you guys want to admit one of the most embarrassing things you've ever worn?
Oh, man. Beard Bro, you got any? I don't know.
I've got one, and
Go ahead.
I've never shared this with anybody, ever.
Oh, breaking news.
With everybody.
Yeah. Now I'm going to share it with the freaking world, the internet, which is great.
450,000 people are going to hear this story right now.
That's right. That's right. Laura, get ready. So, yeah, so here's a fun story. So back whenever I was probably 7, that counts. I think that's good. No, back whenever I was probably about 7, I would say, for Halloween one time, my mom thought it would be funny for me to dress up as something and not tell my dad, because my dad was working during the day. And so not tell my dad that it was me dressed up. I didn't know what she was dressing me up as, but she said, here, put this wig on and here, let me paint your face and stuff like that. Turns out she dressed me up like a little girl. Here's the funny thing is I didn't see myself. She never showed me a mirror or anything else about that. The funniest part was whenever my dad got home, my mom told him that I was upstairs playing in my room, and I came around the corner and trick-or-treated at the house. It was Halloween. Very, very, very mindful there.
That's a good time to trick-or-treat.
Yeah, so came around the corner, rang the doorbell. My dad goes to answer the door, and he's like, honey, do we have any candy or whatever? And he's like, yeah, give me a second. Like he was lost, and he's like, here you go. All right, well, see you later. Do you have a parent out here or anything? Like he's looking around, there's nobody out there. And I'm like, Dad, it's me. And he's like, what? And so like that was the only time I can really say my dad was stupid confused. And a little worried. I was as well once I saw photos years later. So yeah. Wow. Now you know my deep dark secret. That's it.
So how many times since then have you dressed up as a girl again because you liked it?
0.
Oh, okay.
No, different, just for different conversations.
I didn't say because I like it. He said because I like it. I didn't say because I like it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So, I mean, has anybody else in here willing to admit that they've dressed up as a girl before?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all...
Halloween in high school.
Yeah, in high school as well.
I don't need Halloween, bud.
Just like punishment, that's all.
Yeah, Logan was like, I did that yesterday just because.
What? That's weird.
I call that a Thursday. Speaking of, gotta
You
go
get free
change.
beers at ladies' night if you're a dude.
So Logan, do you have anything that you've dressed up?
Other than like your early 90s, like my parents helped me dress and I had the weird completely white hair and white haircut. No, like I can't get embarrassed by what I put on. I mean, I've had some stupid Halloween costumes we talked about last week, and plus a ton I haven't talked about. And then if you dare me, I'll do it. So like I don't get embarrassed really by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's I am me, and everybody knows it. I mean, no, not really.
Same.
Well done.
I don't know. I don't really get embarrassed. I don't think nothing comes to mind with me. Like I would tell you guys, obviously, but I have nothing
Like,
that.
The Labor Day year, the only not embarrassed, a touch ashamed, only because of circumstances beyond my control that I knew of. When it was like redneck theme for Labor Day, and I wore the shorty shorts and my old 70s Pepsi shirt, and I was carrying around like toilet paper. I had the creepy 70s stash. Well, I just happened to be me and my buddy Rob, we MC the parade every year. So we announce everybody and everything, and the bands play right in front of us. So I get dressed up. I look like a redneck with shorty shorts. No big deal. And then in front of us, the band comes. They're all, they're a high school band. I am a high school coach, whatever. And all of a sudden, I realize as the wind picks up and I get this gust of wind into my sack, I'm sitting, just normal, table over top, but nothing that the band is playing right in front of us. The wind picks up.
Yep.
So the wind picking up only let me realize what's going on. I'm like, I have shorty shorts on. I was wearing underwear, but it didn't matter, I don't think. And I was like, I need to close my legs. So like I just slowly closed my legs. Like so now I'm like paranoid, checking everyone from across the street, the band. No one's like going, oh. So I think I'm good in the clear for that.
Nobody
this
said
is years ago. No one was like, hey, why is his sack hanging out?
Nobody said bumblebee tuna.
When
Nobody
was
said
this?
bumblebee tuna.
Like what time of year?
Labor Day weekend every year. We announce the parade and we sit at a table and we're like, hey, the Hewelton band and all this, we announce everybody. And I just happen to be sitting there all relaxed, legs spread, dressed as a weirdo from 1972 wearing shorty short cut jean shorts. And when it never would have occurred to me until all of a sudden when that wind picked up, I got a cold breeze where it shouldn't have been. And that's what made me aware. I was like, holy crap, my stuff is out somewhere. And that's the only I've been ashamed of that one because I should have thought better that I was sitting there. But there had been years past when it was covered, like they put a tablecloth there just because it looked better. They didn't that year, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm going to jail." I did not
left the old Slim Jim and Cherries hanging out there, huh?
Yeah, it could have been.
Right.
Luckily, it's all really small, so the wind, it was probably just shade. Like they didn't see anything.
Wow, that's a good moment. That's a good moment. Yeah. So the one time Logan had his balls hanging out for a whole high school band performance.
That's so not okay to say online. I
No.
don't know why I do this show.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We do it because we truly do love it, and we love every single person that's listening and or watching. We really do appreciate that as well. So let's close out the embarrassing story so Logan doesn't.
What's yours?
I don't have an embarrassing outfit. Like I'm thinking.
You're kind of like me. I mean,
well, like one day you shaved. I mean, what?
I mean, I've shaved before, but at that point, like I wasn't embarrassed about it.
I would say every day since you've started growing a beard, that you have shaved down low, like basically since you were 12. Every day that you've been completely bare shaved, you look completely different. If I were you, I'd probably go with that. I mean, you're pretty ugly.
But what about his face?
Beard?
How about
right? That's what I mean.
So one time, I guess
not good.
I guess I wasn't overly embarrassed, but it was. I guess it could be an embarrassing moment. I was first year of college in Plattsburgh, and was probably supposed to be at class, but we were playing beer pong, and we had I had a sweet black mullet wig, which I think at one point I actually found some old pictures Logan was wearing one night at Doug's. bartending with a big chew in his mouth, like good times. So you guys, we had like a little like dart gun that just kind of looked like a normal little like BB gun or whatever. And the guys were like, hey, go outside and rush hour traffic on the busiest street in Plattsburgh, sit in a lawn chair with your black mullet wig, a chew in, no shirt on, and like Daisy Duke shorts. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. So whatever. I'm just sitting there, not really thinking of it, kind of drunk. And this was before soccer practice, oddly enough, just kind of twirling the gun. And then next thing you know, we came back inside. We're like, one more game before practice. So we're playing a game of beer pong, and we just kind of looked out, and there was cops scaling the apartment. Well, somebody had called, said there was a crazy guy twirling a gun, and the cops decided to surround the apartment, had us all out there. I was in handcuffs with Daisy Dukes on and the mullet wig, and we just got talking to the guys, and we're like, hold on. They're like, we're going to come in the house, and we're like, oh, we don't know what we're going to find in there, so we'll bring it out to you. And they're like, this is a BB. We're going to keep this. And I had to show up to soccer practice, and I just scrambled to get there. I was in those shorts only, and the coach was like, what the fuck, Matt? And I just ran for the entire practice barefoot in those shorts, no shirt on, and I was still wearing the wig.
But
I wasn't embarrassed.
Like Beckham.
And that's why he's actually not in the MLS right now. That was pretty much the moment.
That's the reason that I decided to move on from my soccer playing career. But